Welcome back. Hey guys, it's Mimi. Today we're going to talk about adhesives and why I use, what I use, and when I use it. This is particularly geared towards paper crafting and Bible journaling. I know there's a time and a place for each one of these, but let's go over why I don't like to use some and why I love some. Let's get started. So we're going to start out with Elmer's. And this is not sponsored. I bought all these products myself. So Elmer's has a couple of different glues. They have spray adhesive, the good old-fashioned glue stick that you use in school, the liquid Craft Bond glue, and rubber cement. The reason why I don't particularly use Elmer's in my Bible journaling is because it's sticky. You can see there's actually residue and stickiness on that can. It tends to dry tacky. The glue stick is bulky and it's kind of waxy and chunky. So it's not ideal for Bible journaling. It's not to say that you cannot use them. They're great starter glues. They're good to do projects with your kids, but they're not ideal for what I do. So that leaves me with the Scotch two-way clear glue. This glue is okay. I have used it. It's got a broad tip and a precision tip. It is not my favorite. I find that it tends to dry a little glossy. And there's a time that I want glossy, like when I'm doing glitter or like metallic things. But this is not my favorite glue for metallics or glitter or gems or jewels. We'll get to that in a second. So this is not usually my first choice. It is a good glue though. It's just not ideal for what I like to use it for, which is Bible journaling. And it also kind of oozes out, I have found out from the tips. Which leads me to the good old Aleene's. I do use Aleene's for fabric if I want to adhere like fabric down or ribbon or something like that. I do like Aleene's fabric glue for that. However, the clear gel tacky glue, and I know I'm going to get some backlash for this, I used for years. It's a good glue and it holds strong, but it's a little glossy and a little tacky, a little sticky. Now, anytime you have glue or tape that's sticky, you can always take the EK Success powder tool or any type of powder tool over it and it will remove the stickiness. But this is why I don't particularly reach for Aleene's unless I'm doing fabric or ribbon, and then I'll reach for the fabric glue. The other thing about Aleene's is the applicator is quite large, and I like more precision tip, especially when I'm dealing with really tiny, intricate die cuts. You can also use the Tombow Mono sand eraser to get off any glue that you don't want it. Speaking of tiny, intricate die cuts, so pens are really good for tiny, intricate glue for die cuts. This is the Planner glue pen. It's okay. It goes on clear. It's a little broad though. It's a little broad, and it takes a lot of pressure kind of to use glue sticks in particular. That's another reason why I don't like Elmer's either. I prefer liquid glue because I have arthritis in my hands from lupus. And I'm going to show you a new tool that I got for Christmas that I am loving that helps with arthritis. This is the Secura Quickie Glue pen. It's okay, but again, you have to like write with it, and it can skip, but it's really fine point. sort of like a ballpoint pen. And this is the Zig two-way glue. Now, Zig has a really good property to it because when you first put it on, it's blue, but then it will turn white and when it dries. Now, when it dries and it turns white, you can foil with it. So Zig does have a place and a purpose, and that is for foiling, but that's really all that I use it for. These are my favorite glue pens, especially the Precision one. The Precision pen, this is Nuvo. It is very liquidy, it does not skip. I also have the pens coming as well from Simon Says Stamp, just like the little quickie glue that I just showed you from Secura. But hands down, Nuvo is my favorite glue for really, really tiny, intricate die cuts. Speaking of Nuvo, this is what I got for Christmas. If you have arthritis in your hands, listen up. This is going to be your best friend. This is the My Sweet Petunia Precision Glue Gun, and it comes with the Nuvo Deluxe adhesive bottle and a precision tip, and it just rests in here. And if you have problems squeezing glue, this handle allows for good control. It squeezes out real easily and nicely. So if you have arthritis, I know this is a little bit pricey, it is worth it if you have arthritis. There's a little silicone pillow down here which kind of seals off your glue so you don't have to recap it. It does come with a bottle, a refillable bottle that you can put any type of glue that you want in here. And then it also has a larger tip. But this, hands down, is my favorite right now, for sure. The My Sweet Petunia Nuvo Precision Glue Press, hands down, because I have arthritis in my hands. And what's great about this, you can see there's a needle inside the cap to keep your glue from getting clogged in the cap. It's kind of hard to get in there, but there we go. Yes, this is hands down worth it. I know it's expensive. It comes, you can get the precision tip bottles, or caps for the bottles, excuse me, for the Nuvo Deluxe adhesive if you want the tinier caps. But it's new to me. Like I said, I got it for Christmas, but has it been worth it so far? Absolutely, hands down. If you have arthritis, you want to get one of these. Yes, they're expensive, but they are worth it. Speaking of glue guns, if you have struggled with hot glue, which you use for like fabric or chipboard, something that has a little bit more substance or heavy, because I never could quite get my glue gun to work. That's because I didn't have this baby. This is the Sure Bonder Precision Tip Hot Glue Gun. This is worth it. Again, if you struggle with hot glue, I'm telling you what, this Sure Bonder is going to change the game for you. It comes in a stand. It's cordless, so once it heats up, you can use it cordless out of the stand. But because it has the precision tip, you're accurate on your hot glue, which is why it's 100% worth the money. All right. So I love Tombow. I do, especially in their tape runners. So I have the Tombow removable tape runner and the Dots adhesive permanent. These are my favorite tape runners. I've tried a lot of them. So I have like Gina K's. I tried Illustrated Faiths, just a lot of tape runners. These are my favorite. You can refill these. I buy the pack. So don't throw this away. I made the mistake of once this ran out, I threw the whole thing away. Don't do that. Keep it, because you can buy the refills for these. They come in a 3-pack. This is my favorite tape runner. It doesn't really skip. It works really well. And it adheres very, very good. And you don't normally get the ghosting that you would get like with the Elmer's tape runner. I've seen it with the Gina K Thermareb runner too. I've seen the little ghosting, especially on the back of Bible pages. So again, keep in mind, this is Gina K's Thermareb. You can get like a ghosting or like a grayish kind of tint with some of the tape runners. I have not seen that with Tombow. So yes, it's expensive, but these tape runners are worth the money. That leads me to the Tombow Mono Liquid Glue. This is the clear version. They do have it in white as well. This is a really good glue. It works well for Bible journaling. It dries matte, which is nice. It's acid free, goes on clear, dries clear. It's got the precision tip plus a brush, and it doesn't skip. So this is a good glue. However, besides for my new Sweet Petunia press, this is Barely Art Precision Craft Glue, and it comes with different tips. I have the precision tip. This glue is worth the money. I know it's expensive. It comes with these different tips and a pen to clear out the tip. This is a good glue to use in paper crafting and Bible journaling. It's non-toxic, it's acid-free, it dries clear, it doesn't really ooze out, which is nice. So these two, and then the Nuvo Deluxe Precision, which is my favorite right now, these are worth it for Bible journaling, hands down. These are my favorite for paper crafting and Bible journaling, which I have a big Barely Art glue refill coming, so I can fill up that Nuvo refillable bottle with that for my Sweet Petunia press. This is score tape. It comes in a pack of 2. It's really, really fine, very fine, double adhesive tape. When you're doing things that are itty bitty and you want double-sided adhesive, or what these are really good for is when you're doing shakers, to put your transparencies down, which is usually what I use them for. So this is score tape. You can get it at almost every single craft store. This is good for Bible journaling as well, or shakers. If you're making your own shakers that doesn't have adhesive, especially on the transparency. Okay, foam adhesive. So I have this that's double-sided. It comes in a roll. It is very sticky and you have to cut it with your scissors. I don't necessarily like that aspect of it. I do have some foam squares that I got from Michael's that are already pre-cut, but they're really thick. They're almost the thickest foam that I've got. So this is good as when you want to pop up stuff. This I use for shaker cards. These are long strips of foam adhesive. These are my favorite, bigger foam squares from Scrapbook Adhesive. I think Simon Says Stamp has their own too. I love the depth to them. They're not as thick as these two, and they're very easy to adhere. These are my favorite minis right now, but I think Simon Says Stamp has some as well. I haven't tried theirs yet, but I'm going to when I run out of these, because I hear good things about Simon Says Stamp's foam squares and mini squares. Okay, that leads me to stickers. When you want adhesive on both sides and you want to just adhere something down completely, you can turn die cuts, especially intricate die cuts. I especially use them for words like happy birthday. That's what you saw on that Pac-Man card that I made for my nephew. I actually put the happy birthday to you through the Xyron sticker maker. This is permanent adhesive, the pink is. You also can get the refills for this. where it is removable adhesive. So I have that right here. So this is repositional adhesive. Normally I just keep the permanent in here because that's what I use. So you just slide your die cuts in here, pull it out. Make sure you rub really, really well on the top. Otherwise, it's going to be really, really sticky. And you want to try to cut as close as you can to your die cut because the whole thing is sticky. So when you pull that plastic backing off, this little plastic backing off, it's going to be sticky. Which leads me to this baby, which is basically a bigger version of the purple one, the Xyron Creative Station. This, you can run an entire sheet of paper through here or cardstock, and it put adhesive on the back. You can buy repositional. It comes with the permanent, which is what I have in here. But you can buy the different cartridges for it. So right now I have permanent in here, but you can use repositional. You also can use laminate in it, and I believe you also can make magnets with it. So this is awesome. I haven't used it yet. I just got it for Christmas because I haven't had a whole piece of cardstock that I wanted the whole backing. So you don't want to waste, because these cartridges are expensive. I'm not going to lie. You don't want to waste it either. So I've just been using this one throughout the holiday season because I've only had little itty bitty intricate die cuts, but I will eventually use this bad boy. I have a project in mind where I am going to need like whole pieces of cardstock backed with adhesive. And if you're die cutting, especially something big, you can run that through the Xyron Creative Station, back the whole thing, and then you'll already have it with adhesive on the back of it, and you can die cut through that. So that way you're not trying to mess with like a little glue pen, trying to glue itty bitty things down. Okay, so that leaves me to collage mediums. We have Mod Podge, we have Dina Wakley's gel matte medium, and then we have my favorite, Distress and Ranger. So don't get mad at me. I do not use Mod Podge in my Bibles. It is sticky and it's hard to control. It's kind of a hot mess. I don't know many Bible journalers that do use Mod Podge in their Bibles. Now, is it good for collaging? Sure. When you want to collage like something on wood or a chipboard or something like that, sure. It has a time and a place and a purpose. It is not good for paper crafting. It just isn't. Collaging, especially on like wood, chipboard, something like that, yes. Bible journaling with really fine, thin pages, no. It's not something that we normally go to. I have not used it in my Bible because I have heard from Bible journalers that have tried to use this, that it makes the pages stick together, which is something that you definitely don't want. You don't want the little thin Bible pages sticking together. They will rip. So Dina Wakley, her gel medium. This is actually a really good gel matte medium. However, I don't usually grab for this, and that's just because it's in the tub. I prefer squeeze bottles, precision tip. It's not to say that it's not good stuff. It is. Ranger makes it. You can see I have a brand new bottle here. It goes on nice and matte. There's also kind of a smell to this. It might just be mine, but it's really strong for me. And that's also why I don't really reach for this. Plus I got to get, a paintbrush out and paint it on, or my collage brushes, and then you got to rinse them out. So it's not that it's not good. It's just, it's a little bit more fussy, and it kind of has a smell to it for some reason. This particular brand. These don't though. I've not smelled those. Which leads me to my favorite collage medium is the Ranger Multimedia Matte, which is in this little precision tip bottle. Very good glue. I have used that quite a few times. I have another bottle of that. And then Tim Holtz's Distress Collage Medium Matte. The only thing about this, it has a precision tip. I love it if I'm going to be collaging things. If you're going to use it in your Bible, which is fine, I have used it in my Bible, to adhere like a whole like page down or a whole thing of cardstock, you want to use a brush and brush that down. Otherwise, you're going to have like the little bumpity bits once it dries on the back of your Bible journaling page. But other than that, these two are wonderful. They work well. They adhere well. They dry matte. They don't really ooze. Worth the money, hands down. Which leads me to these two. I love, and you've seen me use a lot, Glossy Accents from Ranger. Love it. I have the big bottle and the little bottle. I usually reach for the little bottle more than the big bottle. For some odd reason, and Tim Holtz has commented on this, the little bottle doesn't seem to get as clogged as the big one does. I'm not sure why. But you always want to tap kind of the bottle down when you're done using it. This is my go-to glue if I want to do anything with gems, jewels, beads, glitter. You want to use Glossy Accents, mica flakes. So anytime you're doing glitter, Glossy Accents is the way to go. One, it's a strong hold. Two, it dries a little glossy. So if you miss a spot with glitter, it's no big deal because it's glossy. You won't notice it with the other glitter around it adhered. You won't notice it at all. So Glossy Accents is also good for metal. If you want to glue something on metal, this thing is like the best thing to use. Better than hot glue. It sticks, it holds. When I was gluing on the Christmas tree card, on the metal part of the light up part insert, I use Glossy Accents because it holds. Now it does dry fast too. So that's also a good thing because you don't want like just wet glitter, you know, sitting there on your page. And it's also a bad thing. So sometimes you have to work in little compartments. So you may not be able to, like, on the snowflake die cuts that I glittered in the one video, I use Glossy Accents, but you'll see I only painted on Glossy Accents on half the snowflake and glittered it half at a time because this dries so quickly. But is it worth it? Yes. Glossy Accents is something that you definitely want to have, especially if you love working with glitter like I do, or little metallic like beads, or metal, little charms, stuff like that. Worth it, hands down. Which leads me to last but not least, Distressed Resist Spray. So this normally like resists paint and ink, but when you want to put, let's say, glitter over something that is like porcelain or ceramic, you can use Distressed Resist Spray. You can paint it on there real thin, then glitter your ceramic or porcelain, and this will hold it. The only thing you need to know about this is clean out your nozzle when you are done using it, because it will clog the nozzle. But it just adheres really well, especially to ceramic, porcelain, glass, when you want to use glitter on it. Now it is going to resist ink and spray and paint and stuff like that, but when you want to glitter something, especially glass or a shiny surface or a hard surface like that, Distress Resist Spray is a great adhesive for that. So I hope this helped. Hopefully you saw a lot of different options for adhesives and glues and my favorites. Again, it's my opinion and why I use what I use. And hopefully it helps you with your Bible journaling and your crafts. Until next time, bye-bye.